walk into Walgreens, going on the toy run, looking for what new exclusives they might have on the shelf or whatever, and I stumble upon these guys hanging on the rack. I did not know they were a thing, did not know they existed, did not know they were a thing that was being manufactured. $3.99 per figure, about $4 a pop. They're very basic in articulation and details and stuff like that. To be honest, I'm pretty sure some of these decals and things are exactly that. Might even be stickers. I'm not sure what's going on with those. If you look at the Iron Man one, you can really kind of tell that it looks like stickers on there instead of a paint job. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Soto Kamen Rider and like Super Sentai figures, but you don't have to actually put the stickers on these figures. They're already on there for you. How nice is that? But like I said, very basic. Looks like the 5-point articulation like the old school action figures. I think the heads turn, shoulders and hips, you know, joints there. Very basic movement, very basic figures. So basic, in fact, that there is pretty much zero in the way of accessories. Like this is a cat figure, and it has no shield whatsoever. But you could probably, I don't know, scour a flea market or a Goodwill or some kind of secondhand shop like that, and maybe be able to scrounge one up because they've made so many Captain Marvel action figures. Captain Marvel! That it's in this scale that you can probably scrounge one up somewhere, or like I said, make one if you have to. In that Marvel Universe scale. They kind of remind me, when I saw this Hulk, it kind of made me think of, I think it was Mego, not the like classic 8-inch figures that you're thinking of. You know, the ones that they're recreating right now. When I saw this Hulk, it reminded me of the Pocket superheroes. You remember those? Because he's not like taller in any way that I can see, but he is built wider, and that's kind of how they did those figures back in the late 70s, early 80s maybe. If you remember those, I have a few. I don't have any handy with me, of course, at the moment, but you might remember those. I know I do. They kind of remind me of the current retro figures they're doing, only not nearly on the scale of quality, you know, as those new retro figures they're doing. That kind of remind me of the glossy paint of the Secret Wars line. So anyway, my only minor nitpick about this Spider-Man figure, and I know they've made better sculpts that don't suffer from this problem, that were also like a bargain figure. They don't have, if you can see, this rather large melon on that figure. I mean, comparatively speaking to, if you look at it compared to the Cap figure or Iron Man, maybe he was fighting the Swarm. You remember the Swarm, the Nazi bees. Well, the bees weren't Nazis. I mean, the guy was a Nazi and he was turned into bees or something. Yeah, you know, you remember the character, I hope. Nazi swarm of bees. Anyway, but you know, maybe they stung him in the head mostly, or well, I guess exclusively in the head by the looks of it. I don't really know what's going on with that figure, but that's a minor nitpick. It's still a decent little figure, decent looking, and like I said, minor nitpick. And you know, I don't like to be critical. I don't like to be critical, but okay. What is going on with this Thor? I don't understand this figure at all. Is he like multiple man outfit? Did he steal his outfit, or is it Maximus the Mad who stole a Thor helmet from Party City or something? I don't really know what's going on here, but this is a not great figure. And again, no hammer, no accessories in there, so that kind of brings the figure down. And even if he had the hammer, his hands aren't articulated to, or, you know, there's no gap in the hand to hold the accessory, even if he had it. So yeah, kind of a letdown there. But anyway, for bargain figures, for like $4, you know, not so bad. That Black Panther actually looks like he could fit in with fairly decently in with a lot of other lines. As I was saying, as far as bargain figures go, they're okay. They're not fantastic, but they're not the worst thing I've ever seen. No Black Widow or Hawkeye or anybody like that yet. I kind of tremble to see what, shudder to think what those figures might look like. They might be perfectly okay, or they might be, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, these figures I'm thinking as a stocking stuffer or a Easter basket filler, these would be great, you know. Or if these are if all you can afford is these as your main line of figures, there's no shame in that, you know what I mean? You get what you get, and that's, yeah, perfectly fine. I probably should have left some for the kids since I grabbed like 2 sets of each. But anyway, these are all right. I dig them. I like them. They're still cool. So yeah, I guess my final thoughts on this are, I don't know. You can probably find that bargain Hulk, and I think there's a fairly bargain version of Thor you can find that's, you might pay a few bucks more, and you might be able to get lucky and scrounge one up, again, at a flea market or someplace like that. But yeah, you might want to spring for a little bit more expensive Thor or Hulk. I don't know. The Hulk one isn't bad. He's just, you know, too short. But anyway, still good. Anyway, all right. In conclusion, I apologize for the terrible camera work and the horrible state of my hands. They're pretty beat up today. But anyway, these figures are all right. They wouldn't call it a hastily thrown together video, initial reaction video, if it wasn't kind of sloppy. That's kind of the point. Anyway, hey, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time. See ya.
for Swarm!
Everyone will work for Swarm!